Oh yeah, beautiful morning on the server. That's the way I like it. So, load in these chunks here. Why don't we? We can kind of get a look around. Welcome back, guys. And, yeah. We're, God, why do the pants, the leggings look like they come up to your chest? Looks ridiculous. So yeah, I've been doing some work on the server. Um, so I've been trying to work out. Hold on a minute, so I don't have to talk too loud. My throat's a little scratchy today, so please excuse me. Still sick. I've been trying to work out how to make a barn that looks decent here in Minecraft, and I've been having some kind of troubles with it. I gotta really work on those landings. So I've sat here, I've separated these guys out. Oh, crap. Didn't want to fall, but I separated these guys out. Completely wiped out the chicken farm. Oh, yeah. We've got more of these guys. We had a lightning storm here the other night, and it just created all sorts of chaos and fun. Matter of fact, that's where this stuff came from. I haven't dropped it off yet. Yeah, we had a bit of a storm. So yeah, I've been working on this barn design, and I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet because, well, so far it's nothing but oak, and god dang it. I don't like the oak design. Straight up oak design. First off, a lot of barns are not going to be... A lot of the barns around here, at least, where I live, they don't actually look like this. They have more of a dark wood color, the kind of a dark stain. So I've thought about switching to maybe something more like, I don't know, maybe something like the spruce, because it's a little bit of a darker shade. I don't know. I'm still kind of working it out. Like, I mean... We're going to get rid of that. Because, well, it sounds a lot better now. I still don't like it for recording. See, I kind of like that more. Or maybe a blend of the two. So it looks like maybe some of it's more weathered. But I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, because I'm kind of torn, because I want to do this barn design, but at the same time, as I've been working on it, I've just been kind of looking at it going, meh. Like, I'm just not 100% happy with it. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why this build has been leaving me feeling kind of just dissatisfied, but it has been. Because the overall plan was, I've got, like, this upper floor. I'm going to actually have, like, stacks of hay stuck up. Excuse me. Did I make an exit to this thing? I did not. Thank you for not trying to leave, because I would have had to kill you then. All these guys are really inbred. You can tell. Like, just different shades of white and gray. That's all these are. It's just started off from the 2 sheep I started with. That's sad. But, yeah, back on the topic. So, yeah, I wanted to throw, like, hay up here in the corners, like these bales of hay into the corners and stack it up here. Make it look like it's actually a barn. I've worked in a few... as a teenager, I lived on a couple of farms where I'd help out the landlord, things like that. Kind of help pay for the rent, things of that nature. Made a little bit of money as a kid because working on a farm, you can kind of do that sort of legally. Kind of. Not 100% really sure how we did that. But, I definitely, I remember how those barns looked too, and, I'm not 100% sure what I want this to look like, because, every barn's a little different, the builders kind of go a little different depending on it, some of them you have these big wings come off of them that, these big, huge side stretches that come off that, they add, like, something to it that, I don't know. You'd have, like, storage over here and, like, the cattle over in one area. I mean, the one farm I helped and lived on was a dairy farm, for crying out loud. But, yeah, I'm kind of not sure what oh, crap, I need to stop moving around. But you guys wouldn't want to see that either. I'm, sorry, I got a little distracted. Half Slab Bacon just tweeted something out at me. He's actually one of the other guys over on, on the Ark Sandbox Survivor server. He's one of the other new guys besides myself. He just started up in the past. That guy, he just busts stuff out real quick. Like he's just absolutely dedicated to that game. It's freaking awesome, but I don't have the time to sit down and do and record as much as he does. And just grind away at that game like he does. But yeah, I'm thinking we need a change in coloration, at least how this looks. I'm also thinking I need some extra, like, help. Maybe see if I can't snag Paco or Joe to get on and see what, get some kind of building inspiration from them. I mean, granted, they live out in California. I don't know how many barns they see living in the middle of the city. I don't know if they've even seen a cow in real life, for crying out loud. I mean, I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so this is kind of a funny story on that subject. I was, I took my daughter to, this farm down the road a ways. I think this was two years ago, yeah. And we, I'm getting off topic, I know. We went down there, they have a big pumpkin patch, and just, like, they'll do, corn mazes, or maze. See what I did there? Yeah, that's terrible, I know. Puns! I am not that punny. Ha ha ha. Bad Dave. Dad jokes. But yeah, so I'm standing there and my daughter's like trying to pet this calf. And yeah, she's like 3 years old. She's really never seen a cow up close, but my daughter's relatively curious and she loves everything. She loves seeing that sort of stuff. And she's petting this thing. It starts licking her hand, and she's just giggling like a mad kid. I mean, what'd I say? She's like 3-4 years old. Yeah, I think she was about 4 years old at the time. And she's just having a ball. Well, this kid, about 10 years old with his family, comes up. And, this kid sees this cow licking my daughter's hand. And he just starts, like, gagging and ew, what is that? Just carrying on. And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, what is that? What is it doing? And obviously, I mean, from the sounds of it, this kid, he obviously never saw a cow in his life. Or at least not one up close. Never smelled what a cow smells like. That real life experience. And this kid, I look at this kid, and I just kind of go, "Hey kid, do you eat hamburgers?" Yeah. That's your hamburger right there. And the look on this kid's face was just priceless. And his dad just looks over at me and just freaking busts up laughing. I'm like, yeah, that was hilarious because this dude was just laughing his ass off at his own kid because I mean his kid just had never seen a cow, never knew what to expect or anything, and just freaking out. So I mean his reaction and then the father's reaction, I left there absolutely in a good mood. I was so freaking happy to leave that place that day. Because I mean, just that sort of reaction, that you don't get that sort of reaction too often from people. And I mean, growing up in relatively rural Pennsylvania, you get used to cows and things like that. And I mean, they you never expect you never really run into too many people from out of the rural area who've never seen a cow or never had to help take care of one or something, that sort of thing. So running into some kid who's been sheltered like that is just absolutely priceless to just kind of ruin their childhood. I sound like a terrible person saying that, but I mean it's true in some respects. I mean you kind of ruin this. I kind of ruined that kid's childhood on some level. I kind of want to keep this as oak for some reason. Make this 4 wide, maybe? Yeah, I kind of like that 4 wide. I gotta fix that, but I ran out of... I gotta go cut down more trees. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet on how I want this barn to look. Because I'm thinking I'm a little limited in terms of constraint wise, how, like, I don't want to move this path. I've already kind of moved it a little bit here. Speaking of which, I need to do this. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I need to widen this out a little bit here, and yeah. Path needs widened out. These need to be relocated a smidge. I've already had to do that, so gonna have to add some windows. That's the other thing. Like, this needs some depth. Like, it's too flat for starters. And I mean, unfortunately, when it comes to a barn, there really isn't a whole lot of detail in a barn. Like, they're not meant to look good necessarily. They're utilitarian. They're especially around here. I mean, you're talking about, a bunch of Amish barns. They're not built to look nice necessarily. They're built to serve a function, and yeah, they do look nice in the landscape and all, but overall, they're not, they're not like pretty or anything like that. So it's one of those things where I'm not sure how I want to do this. Like, I want to add some depth to this, and some changes here and there. Maybe I don't. Rain needs to stop. Hey, wait a minute. Somebody want to tell the Minecraft creators like Mojang that when it rains, there's supposed to be clouds. It's not supposed to be a clear night sky. Random rage. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit off camera, I think, because I don't want to try to build this on camera, because I'm gonna probably go through some different changes and things, and I'm gonna just bring it back in as I kind of near what I think will be finishing it up. Dead zombie. One of the biggest things, as the reason I just killed him, that I want to keep is kind of this design, this peaked design going on, and then these openings right here, because a lot of barns, the reason why I was going with that haystack idea is because you would have you know, this area, they were just kind of peeked around, and then inside of here, you'd actually have like the bales of hay get thrown up here. So that's kind of my overall plan for that. Like some of that I might actually block off, make it kind of look more legit. I don't know. I'm still working some things in my head, but I gotta figure out some depth on this, make it look kind of good. Maybe some windows here and there. I think I can use some trapdoors for some of that now, because there's some designs I'm thinking here. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's some definite stuff I can do, especially over by the cow pens and the sheep pens, that will look really good with like some trapdoors over top. Because just stay with me, bear with me here, guys, and I'll bring this back in and we'll see here. So I'll be back. It'll be just a couple minutes for you, and God only knows how long for me. Be right back, guys. Something I wanted to... Oh, wait a minute. Something I wanted to really quickly address. I'm borrowing a texture pack from BOO, because I like the way his windows work. The way he did his windows. I like the way they look. They'd look in my house, and I'm kind of actually happy with that. That, and I like the way he did his water. I'm no good with texture editing, so there's some things I like about what he did, and I wanted to see how it would look. So, you know, there's gonna be some differences, how things look on my server for a little while I'm using it. I hope you guys don't mind. I just like it a lot. So, yeah. Like I said, kind of BRB. Be back in a bit, and I'm gonna keep working on stuff. Bye-bye. Alright, guys, I'm kind of bringing you back in here, just as I'm wrapping up this part. I'm not done with it, obviously, yet. But I wanted to kind of wrap up this one section here, and I am probably gonna be heading to bed, so yeah, gotta kind of finish that up. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of it done. I redid the whole barn, basically. Oh, I don't know if I want that like that yet. There's some spots where I'm not 100% yet, obviously, but I am actually fairly satisfied with this so far, with how it's coming out. It's not great. By no means is this a great build. It's not done yet, like I said. And this end, this front end is still kind of blank, kind of bare. But come around this side, you can kind of get a little bit more of a view of it here from up high. You can kind of see I added some windows in, did some like kind of hatches around it. I kind of like this roof design I'm going with. Like the way I'm doing this roof, I really kind of like the way it's coming out. It's a little different. It's not, you know, it's not quite the usual roof. So I'm kind of liking the way this is turning out, actually. This is actually one of the first steps I've taken back and just kind of sat back and looked at it too. I've been kind of focused on working on it so much. Now, I will say this, with this texture pack, those hatches kind of tend to blend in really at a distance pretty bad with the rest of the wood. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I know one thing I want to do is I want to throw some cobwebs in there, as I'm pretty sure you can get cobwebs in vanilla now. I just got to find them. And I'm also going to take some of these, and you notice I have inside and outside hatches. That's for a few reasons. I thought it'd kind of add some, you know, like it adds a little depth, a little bit of something there. I'm not done with it. Like I said, it's a work in progress. We still got a lot of stuff to do. Like that right there, I'm not sure about. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. That I might take out that half slab and replace it with just a stone brick or something. just to get it out of there, because that space is gonna bother me. But there's a couple of spaces like up there where there's some wood showing through. I really actually kind of like how that's coming out. As it kind of adds some just, it breaks up some of that stone coloration there. Yeah, right there you can kind of see it. Wish I could zoom in, but I can't. I don't have Optifine for 1.9 because it's not out yet. But you can kind of see it there. It looks pretty good. At least I think it does. The other option is I could bring that log up the rest of the way, meet up with the ceiling or with the roof. So I don't know yet. There's definitely some work to do. Some things to add some definition to it, and just kind of break things up. It's still, like I said, it's a work in progress. I like it, and I mean with this texture pack, you know, some of the bricks are even, you know, they kind of break up a little bit. They actually have a different brick to them. You can thank B00 for that. That's I think his doing. I like it. That's one of the reasons why I went with this. I actually like the fact that it breaks up. First, I was looking at it, I'm going, because like the way the chests look, kind of, might change those back to default. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of like the way this looks because it kind of spaces out like that. Bring some breakup into it. I'm not sure I want to do half slabs all the way across this. I might do something a little different with this like first and fifth row. So I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. And then I'm thinking the rest of this, like, it's gonna just kind of come across in like half slabs, I think, is how I'm gonna do it. I don't want to say that's a definite yet. I won't say absolutely, but I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. But I gotta wrap things up for the night. I'm getting tired. I gotta get up early. So there's things I need to do, and I wanted to get this out and, you know, wrap up what I've got done so far. Yeah, I kind of like this. I like this, the way this looks. And then what I'm thinking of doing, if I can, let's see here. Nope, we can't throw that in there. Okay, so, oh, there we go. See now, there we go. It breaks something up. It adds some more color and depth to the way it looks. So, you know, that's something we're gonna look into doing is do more of that. Probably mostly on the second level. I don't know if I want to do that with this first level. I kind of like this first level being open, because the whole idea would be, you're trying to vent the area. You got all this livestock in here. Well, livestock needs to kind of get some fresh air, that sort of thing. But I kind of like this, just kind of throw a little something in there to break it up, and let's kind of throw it in here real quick. See how this looks. Yeah, and we can still close that all we like. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, because you can. It definitely adds some kind of definition to the back there. So yeah, I like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this does this look good to you guys? I think it looks good. But I usually need a second set of eyes to kind of look at it and go, hey, that actually doesn't look half bad. It really does add some a definitely different look and a bit of a different feel. I hear lava. There's got to be some lava right under here somewhere. It's gonna bother me. Let's throw a few more of these in here before I wrap up this episode here. Yeah. And I want to close some of them, don't want them all open all the time. I like that. I kind of like the way that looks. This big opening right here, I might border it with some of this fencing. I don't want to go too overboard with fence. But then I was considering double doors at first, just throw some double doors in there, but I don't know how I want to close that off, if I want to even close it off at all. If I don't close it off, I'm going to have to figure out something about lighting to make sure we don't have anything spawning up there. So that's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind and worry about on a regular basis. And I'm out of fences. So, all right, I'm just gonna wrap things up here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't really know how long it was or anything. I haven't kept track because I've just been working. I'm thinking maybe add some wood up here to the roof. I don't know. I don't know if I want to add too much more wood into it, or if I want to just kind of leave the entire, for the most part, most of the roof, maybe add a little bit of oak, dark oak in there even. Just some difference in color. Let me know what you think, guys. I need some extra input here. But thanks for watching. Bye-bye.